Katie Price, the British media personality and former glamour model known for her high-profile relationships and reality television appearances, has once again found herself at the center of intense public scrutiny. Just days after surprising the world with news of her latest marriage, rumors are swirling that her new union may already be facing turbulence. The 47-year-old star, who has been open about her personal life over the years, tied the knot with Lee Andrews in a low-key ceremony in Dubai, but the rapid shift in her social media presence has fans and observers questioning the stability of this whirlwind romance. The speculation ignited when eagle-eyed followers noticed a subtle but telling change on Price's Instagram profile. She had briefly updated her bio to proudly declare herself married at Westlandrews, a clear nod to her new husband. However, within a very short time, mere days after the wedding announcement, the reference to Lee was quietly removed. This deletion stood in stark contrast to Lee's own online activity, where he continued to feature Katie's name prominently in his bio. Adding to the mixed signals, Lee recently posted Instagram stories capturing what appeared to be a loving moment between the couple. A romantic dinner setting adorned with scattered rose petals, suggesting intimacy and celebration rather than discord. Despite this apparent harmony on Lee's side, the abrupt edit on Katie's account has raised significant eyebrows. Social media users are no strangers to how quickly bios and posts can reflect real-life shifts in relationships, especially for someone as public as Price. Her history of turbulent romances, marked by multiple marriages, high-profile breakups, and media storms, makes even small digital changes feel loaded with meaning. Fans quickly began speculating whether this was a sign of regret, an argument, or simply a momentary decision. Some suggested it could be an attempt to dial back the public intensity after the surprise wedding, while others interpreted it as evidence of deeper issues emerging almost immediately. The wedding itself was shrouded in secrecy and came as a complete shock to many in Price's circle. Reports indicate that the couple had only met in person a week or so prior to exchanging vows, making the decision to marry feel extraordinarily impulsive even by celebrity standards. The ceremony was intimate in the extreme. Just Katie and Lee present, with no family members, close friends, or elaborate guest list. This minimalist approach contrasted sharply with the grand, often dramatic weddings that have characterized parts of Price's past. She wore a striking white bodycon dress featuring cutout details that accentuated her figure, while Lee chose a relaxed yet elegant outfit of white linen trousers paired with a taupe shirt. The simplicity of the event underscored the couple's emphasis on spontaneity and destiny over tradition. Both Katie and Lee have been vocal about the intensity of their connection from the outset. Lee described their relationship as nothing short of a fairy tale, evoking images of whirlwind passion and instant chemistry. Katie echoed this sentiment, sharing that they had even purchased wedding rings before ever meeting face-to-face. She spoke of leaving their future to fate and destiny, framing the union as something predestined rather than carefully planned. In her own words, she believed Lee would bring out the best version of herself, hinting at a sense of renewal after previous challenges in her love life. These statements painted a picture of two people swept up in powerful emotions, willing to take a bold leap based on instinct alone. However, this rapid progression has not sat well with everyone close to Katie. Family members have reportedly expressed growing concern over the speed of the relationship, particularly given that it followed closely on the heels of her split from ex-partner J.J. Slater just weeks earlier. Sources suggest that relatives were blindsided by the engagement and subsequent marriage, learning about it primarily through social media posts rather than direct communication. Many had never even met Lee, which amplified worries that Katie might be rushing into something without adequate time to assess compatibility or long-term viability. The pattern of quick engagements and marriages in her history adds weight to these concerns, as observers note that past unions have often faced difficulties soon after the initial excitement faded. Price's personal life has long been a focal point of media attention. From her early days as a Page 3 model to her evolution into a reality TV staple, she has navigated fame through candid discussions of her relationships, motherhood, and personal struggles. With 5 children from various relationships and 4 previous marriages, including high-profile ones that ended in divorce, she has often positioned herself as someone unafraid to follow her heart, even when it leads to controversy. Supporters admire her resilience and openness, while critics sometimes point to a cycle of intense but short-lived romances. This latest chapter fits neatly into that narrative, blending surprise, romance, and immediate speculation. Public reaction to the bio change and wedding has been swift and varied. On social media platforms, hashtags related to Katie's love life trended briefly as fans dissected every detail. Some expressed happiness for her, wishing the couple well in what they hoped would be a lasting partnership. Others voiced skepticism, drawing parallels to previous relationships that began with fireworks but ended in heartbreak. Comment sections filled with questions about whether this marriage would endure or become another chapter in her storied romantic history. The contrast between Lee's continued positive posts and Katie's edit fueled debates about communication styles in new marriages and how public figures handle personal milestones.